down. I'm in regular school clothes, not my uniform. I had girls like picking on me. They pinched me. They like me. Day one was horrible. I never wanted to go back, but I stayed there. And then all throughout, Asian kid with a bunch of Mexicans.
Wait, I thought you was Filipino.
Filipino Asian.
Oh, okay. Well, it's because I think I called somebody El Salvadorian. I called Katie, and Katie was like, "I'm not El Salvadorian," and I was like, "Okay, calm down."
Oh yeah, well.
So that's why I'm just like, you know.
Traditionally, I don't consider Filipinos Asian, but in this scenario, I was like one of two of like
the
Asian
minority
descent.
of minorities.
Yeah, minorities of minorities. There was like one white boy, and the rest were all Mexican kids.
Wow.
Okay, so bullying has always been around, but the way it shows up has changed with time.
Yes.
In this episode, we dive into the difference between how bullying looked in the past generations compared to what kids and teens faces today.
Oh, yeah.
From face-to-face confrontations at school to the rise of cyberbullying on social media, we explore how technology, culture, and awareness have shaped the experience. But I think for my situation, I feel like, of course, they was calling me because I was tall, skinny. Of course, I wish I was skinny now, but big back. That's playing. But they used to call me giraffe. Like, cause I was skinny and I had a long neck, and my neck. I was just like, so they call me giraffe.
Oh my god!
Yeah, the same way too.
And then there's all these models walking runways with these long necks. Like it's not even like something people see as an oddity. It's like
I know. But I feel like the difference for like me growing up, I think I'm glad we didn't have social media. Because
oh my god!
Because I would have been on all types of social media. I would have been there. I would have been like a video right there on YouTube of me like doing some wildness or like a bunch of girls just picking at me and and all that stuff. I feel like I'm glad we had dial up, and it took so long for it to go on the internet.
Oh my god!
But I think so in my generation, it was a little easier to handle for me speaking because I really didn't care what everybody said. And then I was a little angry little child. So I was just like, fight me. And then they never said nothing. I'd be like, all right. And then I walk away. I'd be like, catch me outside. Because I was tall. Most of the girls were like 5, like
they were
short.
looking up at you.
And they looking up at me. And then when I got meat on me, now I'm over here looking like Debo. They really don't want to. They like, and I'm hard passing. I'll be like, yeah. And then they be like, oh, why you over there looking like Queen Latifah? I'll be like, thank you, because she's a beautiful woman. It's either I got Queen Latifah or the brat. And I'm just like,
yeah. She's actually really short. Yeah.
She is. I think she's like 5'9". I'm just like,
no, I'm like 5'4".
I'm over here standing like 6 foot almost. I was like, get the out of me. But I did it in a little bit. And like no one knew actually. I don't think because I went to school with my sister, my older sister. She didn't even know because she had her own fucking things going on. Like that whole school didn't even know we were sisters.
Oh wow!
I know. Like all 3 of us. They story. I'm in the basketball, and one of the girls is like, "Oh, I think your sister." The girl, she knew that was my sister. She's like, "Oh, I think your sister fighting." I was like, "Really?" I ran up there. Deja over there beating up a pregnant girl, and you know what? I just grabbed her Timberlands because you're not gonna steal my sister Timberlands. I got your Timberlands. And but yeah, to get back on topic, I think I just holded my bullying and I just kept it to myself. And fixing cars, getting into motorcycles and stuff like that. That's how I found my outlet. But at that age, I think when people's getting bullied, they don't think about you cutting yourself.
No, that's true.
How did you ever find an outlet for your bullying?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, tell us your generation.
And went to school in the late 80s, went to high school in the 90s. So I did not have a cell phone, thank goodness. So no one could spread any tweets or Instagram photos.
That's good.
But that, it was still word of mouth.
Yes.
People, it traveled morning homeroom class. By the time lunch came, no, how? If I could figure it out, I would. But somehow somebody was like the messenger who told so-and-so told the other person. By the time it's lunchtime, everybody's laughing at you, pointing at you because of some stupid thing that happened in homeroom, like you fell and your dress flew up, and now everyone's talking about it. Yeah, and it would be something like that the whole school would find out about.
Yeah.
I used to get boys would come up to me, they'd tell a friend, hey, I dare you to go ask her on a date, and then laugh in her face.
Oh my God.
So they do stuff like that. I had girls who just wanted to fight me because they thought I was an easy target. They were just like, yeah, so-and-so said she's going to fight you after school, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I don't even know her. I've never met her.
Where she come from?
But she was like, she just wanted to get some kind of clout. I don't know, become popular. Like an easy target. It looked like you could punch me and I just fall over. Unfortunately, that never happened.
So she stepped to you?
She stepped to me
and I
stepped back to her and she backed down. Because I'm not a punk.
She ain't no punk.
Ain't no punk. I'm gonna raise no punk. But yeah, it would be bad. One of my best friends. And I knew what she was saying. And so I told her to stop talking about me in other languages.
And she looked at you like...
She was like puzzled, she knew what I said. I'm just like, yeah. Stop calling people pendejos. What I ended up doing is going into art.
Oh, okay.
It started with just sketching in the back of books with the little blank pages. Yeah. Then my mom bought me a sketchbook. I started sketching. The sadder I was, the more detailed the picture was. So one day, I think it was a tough day. It was a tough day one day, and I drew a sketch of the Taj Mahal.
Dang.
From just seeing the Taj Mahal on TV. And then in that picture, I would draw windows and draw something inside the window. That's how detailed it was.
Damn.
You would look at the picture, then you'd see a window, then you'd be able to look in the window and see a bed with a table and a lamp on it. It was ridiculous, but that's how it all started. Sketched, I kept doing it all the way up into high school. I got into art classes. My art teacher encouraged me to keep doing that. Then I got into painting, had amazing art teachers, and I continue to do it, and it's a way of therapy for me.
That's good.
Very cool.
Yeah. What about yours?
For me, bullying happened constantly, all up until high school. It just stinks when you find out your friends are the ones that's spreading it.
Yeah.
They're the ones spreading it, but I channeled it through sports. So nobody ever stepped to me because apparently I just look scary.
You look scary.
I have muscles. I have muscles. I have the legs. I just look scary apparently, and I just had that resting bitch face constantly.
It helps.
Sports all year round was my outlet, and it was just my thing. And
which sport?
I played basketball, volleyball, softball.
Oh, wow.
Damn, you did it all.
Yeah.
Man,
I just stayed busy.
Yeah.
Those are really good sports.
I just did basketball because I didn't want to run.
I don't want to run either. But
I ran so much in basketball. It's just don't want to do it.
But see, volleyball, there was no running.
It's really not. But I just can't get myself to dive. I just don't want to hit the floor.
You know what? Junior high, we played on the asphalt.
What the
It was outdoor volleyball.
Mine was ours was gym. Yours was.
We So in my high school, I had 2 PE classes. I had
Why?
PE in the I had PE in the morning with the boys and everything.
They was.
Then I had aerobics class in the gym.
You know what? Aerobics isn't that.
It was like, that was fun. And we had little steppers.
Yeah.
It was cool. But I also got into dance classes, so I took dance throughout high school as well.
Fun.
And I thought that this would be like, okay, but actually, dancers
They make you work.
They make you work. My teacher, oh my gosh, she was amazing,
Really?
and she'd be like, "I'm on my period, and I'm 50 years old, and if I can do, and I've had 2 hip replacements."
God.
She was like Debbie Allen.
Thanks
Debbie
for all that
Allen.
detail.
All right, thank you. Yes.
No, she was basically like, if
You remember her name, huh?
I don't. If you complained about anything, she would say that to you, and basically you'll be like, okay, so I'm gonna.
Oh damn! Okay.
Okay.
I'm just like,
Yes, she was the best. But that's what I think. Doing the dance classes is why I love like just yoga and stretching and things like that.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like this generation, I feel like they have it bad. Cause like things go viral so fast.
Yeah.
And I'm like, for instance, when I fell off my motorcycle, like, my boss at the time reported it. Seth, I swear to God, Seth.
It was your boss.
Seth, no, so he's on his R6. I know, talking about friends. So he's on his R6, right? And we're driving in. Oh no, I was coming this way because I lived in Pomona at the time. So I'm coming this way. He's coming this way. He's letting me go first. So I went first, but I ended up, I had steel-toe boots on, like for security, and I pushed on my back brakes. That back tire slid. I high-sided it over the handlebars, bust my knee on the ground, and hit my helmet. And he had the whole thing on his GoPro.
Yeah.
And then the next day he was like, he helped me up and stuff, and I went to you were still there. I went to patient care, and they fixed me up or whatever. Yeah. And then came back, and my knee was kind of swollen. And then the next day he was like, can I post that on YouTube? And I was like, I'm just like, sure, why not? That thing blew up. It blew up.
You consented.
I did. Every motorcycle outlet had it, and it was like even the outlets that was teaching people how to ride.
This is
and
what you don't.
This is what, exactly.
They found the video.
And
like
I used to watch
this video.
I don't even know, but I used to watch Dan the fireman, and he's good. He's good at showing you how to ride a motorcycle and everything else. And then Seth shows me, and he was just like, I had all these people that want to pick it up, and I was just like, okay, cool. And then he was just like, Dan the fire picked it. I said, no way, I love him. So I go, and he showed me, and he was just like, first he thought I was a boy. So come on now, it was just the helmet and then the thing. So we were all, and he's like, whoa. And then he's like, okay, let's rewind that back. I was like, did he just rewind it back? So I'm looking, and then he goes forward, and he was just like, y'all know what he did wrong. And then he plays it through. I take off my helmet. He was like, she. And then he was just like, she pushed on her rear brake. But it was funny because in the video I was explaining to her, and he was like, oh, she's right. You know, she knew what she did and how to think. But I was like, that thing, like, it was like 2023, and it was still going in 2024.
I was up there in 2023.
No, because we had a
2021. Yes. No.
Oh, never mind. But I know that I remember having to patch it up. I'm like,
oh yeah, you did. I forgot.
Because if I was there and you had to get patched up, I would have damn well been like, what the hell did you do?
Yeah.
She would. But no, I think nowadays generation is just like everything is on social media. Everything is going viral. You gotta
they help you, they videotape it.
Yes. And then they just stand there.
In that case, it was already being recorded.
Oh, yes,
it was.
Yeah.
But now it's just like, they're like, oh, they just videotape it, and I'm
Don't
just
even
like,
call 911. Just
No.
automatic to just record.
oh my
Yeah.
god! Like one dude, it was like the Dodger. They first won, you know, and when I knew this guy, his name is White Walls. He's a motorcycle rider, and the guy got a firework.
Oh.
He lit it. It blew up.
In his hand.
He lost all his fingers.
No.
And they just filming it, and I'm just like watching the video, and I'm like, call 911. The dude sits down, and they still filming, and I'm just like, so y'all not gonna call 911? Y'all just gonna film it? And it was so sad because it blew up on Instagram, and I was just like, dude, and his family was even asking for help because that's how bad. Like you can just see this whole hand just boom. And he looks down and he's just like, what the heck? And he sits down and I'm just like,
he's like in shock.
They just film, they just filming and like no one wants to help. And I bet you he didn't put that phone down. He probably was like, oh, I'm gonna post this right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, what the
That's
fuck?
really
I'm
sad.
just like, it's so bad.
No, I saw a video about this girl getting bullied by this boy in class. It looked like it was maybe like homeroom or something because I don't think the teacher was in there at the time, but he basically grabbed the girl by she passed out. Mind you, other kids in the class are filming it on their cell phones. Yeah.
Wow.
She passed out. And I'm just like, you filmed
Oh,
this?
I'm beating everybody up.
But at this point, it's like, why is filming the first instinct to do now instead of getting help?
Exactly. And then I'm mad because no one jumped in.
No one jumped in.
Stepping up, getting help.
She could not, she was trying to get out of his hold, but he had her by the neck. He was bigger than her, so he literally just was like, whoosh. And with one hand, and
that's
she
terrible.
was like, I'm like, someone
that's
it was
crazy.
really sad to see, wow, I mean, if that was happening in my day, where people are just we just want to get popular by posting this video of someone getting,
someone's getting bullied,
but that wouldn't even be the first thing that comes to our generation.
No, we would be trying to help.
I would be trying to help. Yeah, that reminds me. Last week we went to Shell. I went to go get gas, and it was this dude. He had an F-150, and it was lifted, and I was like, and he was like, he popped his trunk. He put the little battery thing on there, and I was like, oh, it's probably his battery. So we go in, get us a Slurpee, come out, and I see him trying to push the truck. Now, mind you, it's a young. I can tell he's young. A young boy just standing there watching him the whole time. Yeah. And I'm pumping my gas, and I'm just like, when I was done, I told Chad, I was like, I'm fit to go help him. He had 2 daughters in there, 7 years old. 7 years old. And I was just like, you need help? And he was Hispanic. And he was like, yes. I said, I know you in the big, lifted F-150. And he was on a hill, a little bit of hill. So I was just like, I'll help you. Mind you, we pushed that truck, and then his daughter, 7 years old, his daughter was knew how to put it in neutral, but she couldn't put it in park, and so I was like, you got it, because he had to hold it because we was on the hill. And he's like, yeah, I ran over there, put it in the park, and the little boy is still standing there, no help, and I'm just like, yeah, that's that young generation right there, and it made me so mad because I'm just like, God forbid that you're in that same situation.
Yeah. Well, here's speaking from experience, raising the next generation.
Oh yeah, you do that.
Our generation feels like there was a lot that happened in our generation.
Yes.
So we try to take the burden off of our kids.
Yeah.
So they can just be kids.
Yes.
But I think what our generation is making a big mistake about is we're not teaching them responsibility. See something, do something.
Yes, I remember that. See something, do something. I do remember that when I was a little kid.
Yeah, I think that we're definitely missing that part. I think that sometimes, I know that it's hard now to have stay-at-home moms or things like that because things are expensive. Both parents usually work. and the kids are kind of like, all right, we're getting home, we're picking you up from school, all right, you can be on your tablet for a little while, I'm gonna make dinner, you know, and then we have dinner, and it kind of is like, okay, like, if we get time to help you with your homework, great, if not, you know, hopefully you can go online and find a little tutor that's gonna help you, but again, I'm putting you back in front of the computer,
right, tablet, whatever it can take, like, settle that kid down for that moment.
And I think what that does is it takes away that time where we could have been teaching them from our experience something that was like life lessons. You know, like you said, like you see something, do something about it, or you know, like being like when I see little kids, you know, working in a preschool and things like that, and they're just like, give me that. I want that. That right there. Or they just point. And they don't say anything. I'm just like, we've got to start, like, these kids, they need to be like, can I have? Like manners. They're kind of starting to get washed away now.
My niece started pre-K this year. And then she came back, and me and her were hanging out, and she's saying please and thank you all of a sudden. And I was like, wow, thank you for using her manners. She goes, it's respect, Auntie. It's respect. And I was like,
I teach my
respect. Like, we haven't been teaching you respect this whole time. But I'm glad, like, it's being instilled. Teachers are realizing it's not happening at home, so we gotta instill it here at school.
No, I teach kids how to be respectful because it goes a long way. You know, it's about having morals. It's about how to treat people the way you want to be treated, and not just treat them like whatever you want, but you still expect to get what you want. It doesn't work that way. When you come of age and it's all on your own, you will have this horrible realization.
But also, like, if you catch it early, you reduce bullying later on.
You do. Yeah, it's sad that I see a lot of parents being almost like afraid of getting their child upset. Like, for example, like the kid is like coming into the class, we are supposed to not take toys into the classroom from home, because what happens is he wants to play with it, another kid wants to play with it, they take it, they break it, or they're fighting over it, right? So we're like, hey, just leave it at home. But sometimes that toy is used as like a bargaining chip with the parent to get the kid to get in the car to come to school in the first place. And then when they get there, they're like, I can't get it away from him. And so I just see a lot of parents kind of like just dumping them in the classroom, kicking and screaming, and looking at the teacher like, can you do something about this? I have to go.
Well, the priorities today is just unreasonable for parents.
It's really insane. And so it's just sad because I feel like, unfortunately, you're teaching your kids something without realizing that you're teaching them something.
Yes, I agree. No, I understand. Well, we're going to take a brief break, and we'll be back on actually the topic you brought up, soft parenting. Okay. So, we're back. Let's get into, well, we did bullying in different generations, then bullying now. So, I want to back up and talk about, parenting. So now we're going to get into soft parenting. Take us away, Sean.
All right. Well, I've told many people this, that I feel like we are in the soft parenting era. Being an educator and being with these little, these tiny humans, more and more and more, these parents are coming in. They look like they've pulled out their hair, and they're just like, I'm just so frustrated, and I don't know what to do. And then when I'm just like, what do they mean? What do they want? Like, they don't know what to do.
Right. It's your job.
The dynamic with them and the kid is just like, I don't want this. No. And they're throwing things and stuff. And they're like, okay, just calm down. All right. And then they do the tantrum thing on the floor. And then the parent just looks at me like, I just don't know what to do. I have to go. I really have to go to work. And then they leave. And then I'm just like, get off the
That was
floor.
their way. That was their way out.
Yeah, that was their way out.
And like, here, you deal with it. You're the teacher.
Yeah. Yeah, and so I think, honestly, there has been a shortage of teachers lately.
Yeah, because these kids is wilding.
These kids they're getting more and more out of control.
Especially in high school.
Yes, because these little tiny humans are growing up to be teenagers and things like that and going to high school. And the teachers are like, I am trying to teach a class. I cannot discipline your child and teach the class.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I can teach them the behavior. Yeah, exactly.
It's insane that there's been substitute teachers that have been abused by students in the class. There's been cases where the student has hit the sub. I'm
sorry. This is why I'm not a teacher, because you put your hands on me, you get these hands. Like, I'm sorry, take me to court, do whatever, but I fear for my life. I don't care if it's a 19, 17-year-old kid. Yeah. I feel for my life. They didn't throw a whole chair at my head. Yeah. Like, no, I'm gone. So I can see now in this new generation why there are shortage in teachers as well. But the soft parenting, I wasn't raised as, soft parenting. No. Like, it wasn't strict, but I got my ass whooped. Yes. So you do anything, you getting your ass whooped. Like I'm just like, you talk bad to your grandma, you don't say yes ma'am or whatever, you getting looked at crazy like, what did you say? I'm sorry ma'am. Like, it is crazy because now to this day, I'll be like, I go to the drive-thru or whatever, I'm getting food, and I'll be like, oh, thank you, ma'am. And they be like, their whole voice changed. Like, they're not mad anymore. They be like, oh, how might I help you? And I'll be like, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you. Yeah. And thank you. It really does. It really does. And I'm just like, seeing these, like, hearing your stories of you being, at work and stuff like that. And I'm just like, people are so scared to whoop their ass.
Well, because
I know all cases. That I understand. I'm not saying beat your child. Right. I'm saying sometimes tap him, on his butt a little bit.
There came a point where I just didn't want to spank my child. Yes. But I did believe in the timeout corner. Yeah. And timeout was used a lot.
Oh yeah, with yours. I know a lot. I know with yours.
We got timeout wands so she knew how long she stayed.
Oh, cute.
We had to
give her ideas.
We had to get multiple timeout wands as she got older. It was just crazy. But parents need to tell their kids no.
Yes.
The kids are just testing boundaries.
They are.
And they seeing how far my mom gonna take it. Like, and I'm just like, so you're not gonna tell him to stop throwing that Lego at that girl. Like, and I'm sorry, if a teacher comes to me about my child and saying, oh, your child just threw a Lego at a girl's head, I would have went to that little girl, apologized, then apologized to the mom, the dad, whoever she's with, and then I'm gonna whisper in your ear. I'm gonna handle you when I get home. Then I'm gonna walk in your room, take all them damn toys up in that room from you ain't getting your tablet. You ain't getting none of these toys. That room is finna to be empty. Putting everything in that storage outside. Oh, yeah. Like when I was a kid, you on punishment. Like my VH1 was gone. My TV, like, no. And then my mom unplugged the TV, so if we plug that thing back in, we in trouble. Everything, my little Game Boy Advance was gone. All I had was my little pet bull.
I mean, it's crazy. But what I wanted to ask you guys' opinion on is permissiveness versus supportive guidance. What are you guys' thoughts on that as far as it responds to raising a child?
I feel like I'm more on the supportive part because with my nieces and nephews, I give them and Bella, I give them the space where it's just like, okay, well, they come to me and they tell me all their problems and stuff, and I support them only to an extent. Like if I know they're like harming themselves or something's crazy, I would just tell them to go speak to your mom. Your mom will be understanding, and they'll be like, oh, okay. So I'm more of the supportive guidance. Yes, I'm more of supporting guidance because I feel like that supportive guidance would go a long way because they see you. And sometimes these kids wants to be you. Like my niece is like, oh, auntie, I want to be like you. I want to have 2 jobs. I'm like, girl, no, get you one job that pays you good, girl. Don't be like auntie. Yeah, don't do that. But I always supported her and guide her. Like when she said she wanted to be a pharmacist, you know what I did? Amazon. I got her first white coat that says future pharmacist. You know? So I think for me, I played more of a supportive guide. Yeah.
Can we go over what permissiveness is?
So permissiveness, what that looks like is kind of what you mentioned before, the not wanting to tell your child no. Not wanting to tell them no. Having a hard time with implementing consequences for things, right?
Okay.
Like, they're like, okay, like, don't do that, but it's not like, there's no like, well, if I don't do it, what's going to happen? Yeah. Nothing's going to happen. I'm just telling you don't do it and hoping that you stop. Like,
right.
Oh, boy.
So that's kind of like examples of permissive.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely a little bit of like soft guidance, supportive guidance. I just, I want to create a space where my kid feels comfortable, or even my nieces and nephews feel comfortable enough talking to me and letting me know something.
Yes.
And like, yeah, it might be something embarrassing or something that they don't want me to know about, or they don't want me to judge them about.
Yeah.
But they want me to know because for whatever reason in their little brains, they want me to know. Yeah. So I want them to feel comfortable and feel safe to go ahead and tell me, even though I'm still a disciplinarian through and through.
Exactly.
Yes. Through and through. Like, everyone sees me as like the scary auntie or the scary mom.
I know.
I don't get it, but okay.
But at the same time, they know what to expect.
Yes. They know what to expect. They know how to act around me. I don't get misbehavior. Exactly. Like, I can take them to an auditorium and be like, we're going to sit here. We'll sit here for 15 minutes and we'll take a break and we'll walk outside and give you time to run around. And we'll go back in and watch the rest of it. Like, there's only so much a little kid can do.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, the first thing coming to his mind, run. Like, that's all right. Like, that's all the child gonna do. So,
or jump up and down.
No, that's it. Get on the bench and just jump off. Mom, look at it. Like
how far can I jump?
Right.
But it's like, when you're a parent, or when you take a little kid out to something, you can't expect them to sit through an hour and a half, 2 hours show.
Exactly.
You gotta, set reasonable
First of all, don't take your kid, speaking of that, don't take your kid to the movie. Like,
I mean, it's
a baby. No, it was
a Disney movie. Oh wait, a baby?
It was a baby.
Okay, the baby's not looking at anything.
Exactly. That baby,
unless you're like
that baby was crying.
Okay.
That baby was crying. I was just like, oh. And it was a Marvel movie.
Oh, maybe it was too loud.
It's too loud for them.
Yeah,
have a little headphones.
I know.
They do have a
So some parents just need to protect their babies.
Yeah, I'm just like
But yeah.
Yeah,
Supportive guidance.
Supportive guidance.
What about you?
For me, I'm definitely with the supportive guidance. However, I am seeing how the supportive guidance has many levels because kids today are now more emotionally aware
Yes.
of their
Thank you, social
emotions.
media.
Oh,
yeah.
seriously, like thinking like, what do they call it?
What?
WebMD.
Oh, WebMD.
You can, so now these little kids are like, I mean, they're like 6 years old talking about how they have anxiety and
What the?
and
What?
you're triggering me.
What?
TV also leads to that.
Yes,
All those pharmaceutical
yes.
commercials.
Yes, and so now they're just like, Mom, you're really triggering me right now. I'm gonna have a panic attack. Well, now that's a part of the tantrum now. That's a part of it. So how do you deal with these emotionally aware
I'm not over
children?
the fact that this 6-year-old said I have anxiety.
It's happening.
I don't even think they really understand the word trigger. Like,
yes. They don't.
There's like a physical reaction when you are like actually triggered by either seeing something, hearing something, or you know.
But they're using it to avoid discipline.
They are, or
and
confrontation.
How do you handle something like that? Because it's like, you know, it's like, okay, I can't like. How do you implement the discipline anyway, despite the fact that there's
that's where like ever since my daughter was little, I like talk things to death to her. So it's like she goes off and says something, and I'm like, do you even know like what does that mean to you?
Yeah.
And instead of making it a taboo, it's like, okay, let me understand where your thought process is coming from, because she would use the F word out of nowhere. But then, you know, she didn't understand what it meant. And so she just heard it being like somewhere else and wherever we were going. And then so when we were talking about it, and I'm just like, oh, she doesn't know what this word means. She's just using it.
She's like, what?
And she's trying to get her reaction.
Yeah.
You know?
And then what did you do? You just
explained
it?
Oh, okay, well, I don't think that's what that word means. And since I don't know what it means, and you don't know what it means, I don't think we should use a word we don't mean.
And then she just looked at you like,
she's just like, okay, well, she was little. So she's like, okay, I won't use that word.
Right.
Yeah.
She probably use it now.
That's kind of how I
see
it.
It is.
Now she knows I know what it means now.
She was like, F-bomb, F-bomb,
she's
F-bomb.
Like, this is just how I express myself.
Bella, come on now.
I love it. But no, I like your method because I feel like that's kind of the method I use with these little kids, you know? Because even, you know, with the 4-year-olds, they are like, I just feel overwhelmed. One of my friends, he said, I feel overstimulated right now. He's 4.
Yeah.
4, right? So now this kid is an interesting kid. He's too smart for his own kid.
He probably does know what
he's a slick one. He's a slick one, right? Because it would be like, you know, he's a little one. So I'll talk to him. I talk to him, right? And I'll be like, oh, you're overstimulated right now. It's like, it's nap time, right? It's nap time. All the kids are supposed to be laying on their beds. People are trying to sleep. All the kids are asleep. Not this one. He's like, I just feel so overstimulated right now. I think we should turn on the lights to end the nap time, right? And I'm just like, oh, you feel overstimulated right now? I was like, well, you know, that means that you probably need to rest. You need to rest your body. So I think that means you should take even more time to take a nap. Maybe we should have a longer nap time because you're feeling overstimulated. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna play.
So that's what the mindset's coming.
He's doing something. I'm just like, okay. Then he's like, wait a minute. Pump the brakes. Yeah. This lady talking about extending nap time. He's like, actually, serious conversation though. This is a true story.
My thing is, my mind can't get over the fact that he used that word in a complete sentence.
Little kids are sponges.
They're picking up. So he goes to counseling. He goes to therapy. He's one of these kids who the mom is like trying to be like helping him with his emotions.
That's good. I respect. Yeah, I respect that.
I do see.
4?
He is 4, and I do see a lot of the soft parenting there.
Yeah.
And I mean, the mom is doing what she can. I feel like she's trying to make sure that there's no emotional things going on, but at the same time, there is a lack of discipline.
Exactly,
and he's 4. And he's starting to try to use it as a way to get out of being disciplined, to get what he wants.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow.
He's using psychology.
Yes.
I'm like,
4.
4.
You know what? I'm just gonna applaud him for using that word in complete sentence.
He should be a lawyer.
He should.
You should just keep tabs on that.
Yeah,
he's a future lawyer.
Yeah, no, he is. And I'm just like, what?
Yes.
And then when you said that, what did he do?
Oh, he was just like, then he kind of changed his tune. He was just like, no, I think maybe I just, can I have a puppet? I was like, oh, yes, like you can, the puppet is like this little fidgety toy.
Yeah.
So, and it's quiet. And I know that he's not gonna go to sleep. Like, he's not. So then, he needs, so I'm just like, if you stay on your bed, I will give you this puppet. He gets the puppet, he's fine, he's golden.
And he's just quiet.
Pretty much, and then, 30 minutes goes by, turn on the lights, everything's good.
Wow, that's crazy. And he's 4.
4. It's fun.
So,
fun times.
Nay to soft parenting or for you?
Honestly, if I had a child, I think that I would take the things that I learned from my mom. She was a single mom.
Yes.
But she raised us, number one, first and foremost, to be respectful.
Yes.
That was like the main thing. We respected our elders.
Yeah.
I never, to this day, I cannot call an elder person by their first name. It just feels wrong. Like, someone is like, they're like, oh, baby, you can call Miss Shirley. And I'm like, Miss Shirley?
Miss Shirley.
Like, but you can call, like, we have our neighbor.
Oh, Miss Susie? Yeah.
But notice I never say Susie. What? I say Miss Susie.
Yeah, Miss Susie.
Because
like we have Miss Beth.
From respect.
Yeah, Miss Beth. And it's funny
that.
because we call her Miss Beth, and they just be like, "Hey, girl, what you doing?" and stuff like that because it's respect. And somebody called me ma'am. And I'm like, I'm not that old. But you know what? I'm older than her. But I'm older than her. Yes. So I respect that she was just like, yes, ma'am. So I was just like, okay, I gotta get used to. And I think she's like early 30s. Like, so I was like, okay, well, Filipino. And I was just like, dang, I have to get used to people saying yes, ma'am.
Well, not really, because that era is fading. So
it is, and this generation does. Oh no, I'm proud of all my nieces and nephews. How my youngest sister raised her kids. She did a little bit of soft parenting. And one day I think her twins, because she has twin boys, they did something, and she didn't like what they did. She set them down, and she explained to it. She's just like, okay, what did she do wrong? And he told her, and she was just like, you know the reason why I'm taking this away? And he said, yes, mom. And I was just like, okay, but that's how, because we got whoopings. Mm-hmm. She got a lot of whoopings more than me. But I see how my sister was raised, and then how she wants her kids raised. Yeah. And I respect her sitting down with her sons and talking to them and actually making them aware of why they're in trouble. What did you do that was wrong? Yeah. And stuff like that.
I don't think that's discipline.
Yeah.
I don't think that. I don't think it's soft parenting. I think it's kind of falls under supportive guidance.
Okay.
As well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, now I can see it, but yeah.
Because see, the soft parenting doesn't have any discipline.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh,
Soft
okay.
parenting is more like, oh, that's what you did. Oh, okay. Like, I'll just turn a blind eye to it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then maybe tell them, okay, well, don't do that.
Yeah, but no, I when she did that, I was like, that's another way to, like you said, support your kid, make them understand, and make them respect. Because when they say, like, if they talk and they don't say miss, they get in trouble. So I respect like my older sister, my little sister, how they raise their kids, still with the same values that my mom raised us with. And I think nowadays the parents forget, like, you was raised with these values, implement those into your child.
You have to pass them down.
But I think it's so hard today is because they're single mom, they working 2 jobs, they doing this, they don't have the time and stuff like that. Which I feel like my mom worked 2 jobs and she put herself through school and she still teaches us these values.
Yeah.
So
my mom still did it.
Yeah, your mom did the same thing.
There's a way to still make
There's a way to still make these kids grow up with the same values of you. Because that boy, I'm sorry, he just stood there watching a woman push a F-150.
Yeah.
I'm still mad at that boy.
I think the problem today is that these kids, even parents, why there's like this conflict in parenting is we're distracted.
We're distracted.
Yes.
The focus isn't on family anymore.
No, it's not. And I feel like it should be focused on family because now we have kids, of course, bullying, like we said earlier, and now it's bullying is in your home, where it's just like that kid might be either depressed, or cutting themselves, harming themselves,
or even sadly ending their lives and they're only in like 5th grade,
or going to shoot up a damn school.
It broke my heart to hear about this 2nd grader who took his own life. He was in the 2nd grade.
Whoa!
He was on the news a while ago. It was a while ago, but he was being bullied. He was like in the 2nd grade.
Oh my god!
And he ended his life. He actually passed away.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I think Bella had gone to a school where one of the students committed suicide.
But it's happening more and more. Where like it's really sad. Like it's getting really bad. Like we've really gotta see. Like even though we want our kids, like you said, to be kids. But at the same time, we gotta teach them that life, this is what is out there, and how to give them tools to be able to handle some, like a little bit, like a starting point of like, this is what you can like use.
Increase their self-esteem.
But we can't expect the kids of today's generation to be able to develop those tools if the first thing we give them is a tablet.
Exactly.
Yes.
They're being raised by these tablets
and seeing on TV.
Yeah,
and just
reality
watching
TV shows.
Like even the cartoons today.
Oh my god.
The anime too. Like I'll be looking at some animes and I'm like, this is not kid appropriate.
Yeah,
like,
it's not.
And I'm just like, when I was watching, it was the Power Rangers. It was like,
we had Barney.
Yeah, we had Barney. Like
I never really liked Barney. But Sesame Street was
I didn't like Sesame Street. First of all, I liked the Barney. Like I was a Barney.
We always talk about this. I was just like Sesame Street.
No, I like the Barney.
I raised Bella on a show that does not exist anymore. It's called Hip Hop Harry.
Oh my god, I love Hip Hop Harry. Like Hip Hop Harry was the shit.
Yeah, and that was working. I put that on. She would be up there. She'd be talking, dancing, interacting with that show,
and it taught her something. And then you know what else I used to watch? Thomas the Train.
Oh yes, Thomas the Train.
Yeah, Thomas the Train.
Did you guys watch my nephew who's
like
he's
35,
in college?
No,
Alan.
Okay.
He loved Yo Gabba Gabba.
Oh yes, Yo Gabba Gabba.
I loved it though. I was watching it and I was like, this is the bar right now. Like, it taught you some stuff Like, I still remember when
that's what they should be
the
watching, not freaking anime or being in front of, because you give them that tablet, they on YouTube, they can look up. I don't care about picture
and the
control.
YouTube stuff is
It's
weird.
It is.
It is.
And even if it's kids, like under the kids section, some things slip through, and I'm like, kid, you need to change this. This is
yeah.
weird.
I remember when we went to my sister's house for Christmas, and we bought like Popeyes, and we all eat it. And I went into my niece's room, and she was sitting on the mic. She had a mic, and she was on her phone, and she was filming herself. And she was just like, "Oh, today I'm having like Popeyes or whatever." She was doing an SMR.
Yeah.
I was, and
was like,
baby Jalen was like 11. She's like 13. And then so she was eating. She was like, "Okay, I have mashed potatoes. I have mac and cheese." And I'm looking at her through
and
the
she's
door.
like making the sound.
And then she's like, and I'm just like, does she got her own YouTube channel doing SMR? And I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah,
I know.
there's just too much
Robots.
available to them.
No.
I don't even know.
Bro, baby Jalen always on Roblox.
You know, I know Bella was on that. I know my nephew was on
But
that.
they look.
I can't get into it. I just don't know what.
Oh,
it
it's
is.
just different type of games people create, and you just play different games.
I can't
But yeah, I feel like parents today should have a strong parent child connection.
Yeah. Bring back family game night.
Oh yes,
There should be a family game night.
And then talk to your kid, like, cause you know some people don't know that their child is being bullied, and cause like me, I hold it in. Like my mama didn't know, my sisters. Sometimes when they come in, you know, let them breathe, let them have an open space, and be like, "How was your day?" You know, not just you need to clean up, you need to do this, and you need to sit down and do your homework.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, I was raised. Come in the house, do your homework, do your thing, and stuff like that. But now it's different because now you can actually sit down and have a conversation because now these bullyings and people killing themselves is getting out of hand.
You gotta talk to them.
You have to talk to them, sit down to them, acknowledge them.
Create a safe space.
Yes, and I think that's most important. But this was a good topic, though.
It was. It definitely was. I think that, I hope that people listening will not immediately take offense. Like,
yes,
make sure you're the one in charge, not
yes,
the kid.
Not the kid.
Yes.
Not the kid.
Yeah. I think if there's anything I want to leave people with, it's teaching your child empathy, responsibility, and accountability.
Yeah.
I think it goes a long way. Let's not forget that these are the things that we had to learn, and we are still using them today. So let's still try to.
And it's okay to reach out to your fellow parent friends.
Yes.
Get some advice.
Yes.
Get some assistance. You know,
it
takes
mean
a village.
Yeah.
No.
It takes a village to raise a child.
It does.
You don't have to do it by yourself.
You don't. No one's going to judge you. And if they do, they don't get advice from
exactly.
them.
And I feel like parents should find a balance that works for them and their child.
Yes.
Yes.
And we're going to end it on that note.
Yes.
Thank y'all for listening. Whoever's listening. Thank you. This is the Bar Table Talk. And